So I wonder if there's any statistics about sexual function 100 years ago versus now. Are there more prevalence of sexual dysfunction these days?
There are, and I think there's a couple of reasons for that. And there are data, from the 1970s, I think 45 to 50% of women reported some type of sexual arousal disorder. And today, what we call erectile dysfunction. But 50 years ago, this was a taboo subject. You didn't speak about this at the dinner table, or there was shamefulness in it. But now it's recognized that it's what we call the canary in the coal mine. If you have sexual dysfunction, this is a risk factor for advanced acceleration of cardiovascular disease, atherosclerosis, dementia, high blood pressure. So now you have to reveal to your physician and your practitioner that you've got what we call erectile dysfunction, which is also endothelial dysfunction. Because if you can't dilate the blood vessels of the sex organs, that same dysfunction occurs in your coronary arteries. So you can't dilate the coronary arteries to increase, to meet the increased metabolic demands if you exercise. You can't dilate the blood vessels of the brain to recall memory, and you get dementia and eventually Alzheimer. Or you can't dilate the blood vessels of the skeletal muscle if you want to exercise or work out. So this erectile dysfunction or endothelial dysfunction is a topic now of discussion because it's a symptom of systemic disease that leads to a rapid acceleration of the number one killer of men and women worldwide, which is cardiovascular disease. So today we know that about 50% of the men over the age of 40 self-report erectile dysfunction. 50%. Wow. And that number goes up with each decade. So by the time you're in your 60s and 70s, it's estimated that 80 to 90% of those patients have erectile dysfunction, which translates into endothelial dysfunction.
So much so that people are accepting it as if it's norm. And that's just, they think they should lose it, which is not the case.
No, that's right. And, we have data and others have data showing that we can prevent this age-related decline in nitric oxide production. So now that we understand how the human body makes nitric oxide and we understand what's leading to a loss of its production, now we can properly inform and instruct patients to stop doing the things that we know disrupt nitric oxide production and start doing the things that we know that clinically improve it so that you don't lose this production of this molecule with age and you can have a healthy sex life into your 60s, 70s, and 80s and not have high blood pressure and not have diabetes and not have dementia and Alzheimer's.